Hey, hold on, pause right quick. Pause right. This nigga right here is funny. He's funny, this nigga.
I don't condone this N-word.
Shut up, you Albanian fat. Keep running the clip, you train. No, keep running the clip. Who's that weird nigga that can't speak?
Abba and Preach have been having a back and forth with Myron and Fresh for the better part of 2 years now. What originally happened is Abba appeared on the Fresh and Fit podcast on one of their daytime shows. And this was following Myron saying that Abba is blue-pilled. And Abba called him out on it and said, why do you think I'm blue-pilled? And from there, there's been a back and forth. So it was pretty cordial on the podcast. When Abba left, a couple of months later, Abba did a reaction video with Preach to something that was going on the Fresh and Fit podcast. They were basically calling them goofballs and saying that a lot of what they're saying is rooted in nonsense. I think the thing that really upset Myron and Fresh the most is that their attacks were hurting the credibility of the Fresh and Fit podcast, which in my opinion, just my opinion, is that what Abba and Preach was basically saying about a lot of the things that they were commenting on was correct. That's not to say that I don't agree with Myron on things. I do. There's things that Myron talks about where I 100% agree with him. I'm on board with what he's saying. He appeared on a podcast the other day. It was like a live podcast with an audience. And they had the girls there, and it was on the Saucecast. And I think he handled a lot of the questions well. He didn't. I'm only halfway through, but so far he hasn't come across disrespectful. But there's also plenty of times where Myron is extremely and unnecessarily disrespectful to the girls. So that's been the point of contention on their end. Abba and Preach have made about 21 videos, I think now 23 videos on Fresh and Fit, and this was like the final straw for them. So most recently, Abba and Preach made a video the same way we did on MLD, who went after Angela Knight, who is a friend of our channel, and we made a video about it as well, except obviously they're in ongoing beef. MLD is a friend of Myron.
It's MLD Mr. Endure.
Mr. Endure.
Okay.
You gotta endure. People are too...
You want to stick in
People
relationship?
are just...
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just pussies.
That guy. He's a friend of the Fresh and Fit podcast. Myron went on the offensive, and he said that he has had enough, and that this is it for him, and they're gonna strike back now. They're sick of it. So they did a video on Abba and Preach, and it started off with them telling their side of the story. Now, for people that were saying that they don't take things out of context, they took a few things out of context. For one, I've seen the No Jumper podcast that they were referring to. Abba wasn't calling Myron a grapist. Okay, Myron took that out of context. If you watch the full thing, he was comparing and saying, why would I be friends with someone that's like a grapist? He wasn't, or be in association with them. He wasn't necessarily calling Myron a grapist. He was saying that I wouldn't be friends with somebody that I don't deem to be morally sound. Yeah, it's an extreme example. Myron is not a grapist as far as we're aware. So we're not calling him that. But Myron took that out of context. Anyway, I didn't really have much of a problem with all of that. They had their views on Abba and Preach. They were making jokes about them. They made jokes about how Abba got on all fours and got milked by a girl. You know, that's all here and there. Didn't really mind. It was the, similar back and forth to when Abba and Preach say a lot of the things that the Red Pill guys say is gay. Wasn't a big deal. Then the last part of the podcast hit, and it took a sudden turn. Now, throughout this whole thing, there's a guy on the podcast called Zerka. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the things he says makes me laugh because he comes across as insane. But as the podcast progressed, his comments got more and more insane to the point of becoming racist. This is when Myron, I was taken aback by this because Myron is always someone that says, hold frame, be stoic. And he was anything but. And what spun me even more is that I've never really understood why Myron gets a pass for saying the N-word. Myron's not black.
What is he?
He's from Sudan. People from Sudan are Arabs. So I've never really understood that. Now, I spoke to a black friend and he said it might be a cultural thing because Sudan is in Africa. But then I said to him, well, people from South Africa are not allowed to say the N-word. There's a big point of contention about that. So is it still about the culture? He said, no. I said, so why is... But even that's just my personal opinion. I've never really understood why other black people have him sitting there saying the N-word. But then again, he is in Miami. I've seen Hispanic people and even white people on that podcast saying it. Zerka said it himself. I don't know where Zerka's from. I don't know if he's like mixed race, but he's very light skinned. He looks white to me, but I can't tell. Anyway, Fresh is sitting opposite Myron. Myron starts going on this very, very uncharacteristic kind of uncharacteristic, racist tirade against Preach, basically replicating a gorilla. And Fresh is sitting opposite. Fresh is a black man. And he's sitting opposite Myron. Watch Myron go on this racist tirade to the point that Sneeko is even sitting there going, what the hell is going on? I'm going to play you guys a couple of the clips. We're just going to watch them over. It is pretty insane. The clips that I'm pulling, I'm just going to give you guys full context here for any of the like Fresh and Fit fans that come to watch this video. I have seen the Rumble stream that Myron was on where he appeared on Sneeko's channel. I have seen, stop smiling, for Christ's sake, keep it together. You guys don't know why she's laughing, but one day you'll find out. I've seen this. I've seen Sneeko's podcast. I've seen Fresh and Fit's podcast, and I've seen Abba and Preacher's reaction videos. I've also seen the little follow-ups here and there. So I have the full context. And I'm telling you now that the clips that I'm pulling are not taking anything out of context. And if you don't believe me, you're more than welcome to go and watch them yourself.
Let's see if Pearl's still. You have to wear that too,
Yeah, of course. How am I going to break this down if I'm not in my proper attire as a race?
bro.
All right, can you move over a little bit?
Okay, I'm moving over.
Fucking change,
You see out of that, you fucking sand nigga,
but it's okay.
white supremacist sand nigga.
Shut up. You're bro. You're the worst of the worst. You eat dogs and you kill people as a black guy and an Asian.
Yeah, true.
Yo,
Hey, hold on, pause right quick. Pause right. This nigga right here is funny. He's funny. This nigga.
I don't condone this N-word.
Oh.
Shut up, you Albanian fat. Keep running the clip, you train. No, keep running the clip. Who's that weird nigga that can't speak? Who's that? He black as hell. Bate man. Yeah, let's keep going.
Is Sneeko black?
I think Sneeko's half black, half Asian.
Okay, so because then he should be feeling a type of way about it as well.
This is crazy to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I get a good joke. Myron tried to compare this to the Dave Chappelle skit where Dave Chappelle is a blind black man living in a racist white community, so he doesn't know he's black. It's a hilarious skit because he doesn't even realize he's being racist to his own people. I think his name was something Gibbsby. This isn't, Myron's not a
No,
comedian.
it's
This
not
isn't it.
funny,
This is
no.
different. It's not the same thing.
I think he really did go extreme with it as well. Like, have you ever been out with your friends or something and they start doing something, but then they just keep going and it just keeps getting worse and worse and it's too much? That I think that was him in this video. Like, he just kept going and it was just like, you need to stop.
Yeah, it is one of those things where everyone's like, what is happening here? Like, I've been in situations like that before where I've been like, nah, I don't fuck with that, you know?
But as well, it's like people might initially laugh in the beginning and then it just gets too much and then you're just like, this is not funny.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
Holy shit, who's this gay nigga here with the red? What the fuck is going on? What in tarnation fucking pussy shit is that? I know that preach nigga.
Mad respect to minorities. What the fuck? Stop!
What?
I want to get another.
There right now. He puts there probably swinging around eating some bananas. Fucking stupid bitch.
I mean, that's pretty bad. And do you know what? I initially, when Sneeko was on the podcast and he was a bit like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, okay, maybe he didn't know that they were going to go in this hard. And he was awkward laughing. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's what it looked like to me, yeah.
Now he's got Myron on his stream with a KKK hoodie on, doing the Nazi salute and saying, whoa, I don't condone this, but your stream continues. I'm sorry, but like I can't excuse that. That's nonsense. And again,
Probably because he knows it's going to get all the views though.
Yeah, but this is the kind of shit that will get you taken down. This is ridiculous. And the thing is I like Sneeko. I don't have a problem with him, but this is a bit mad.
Preach is crying right now, swinging from a monkey branch,
Bro.
eating a banana, playing some Donkey Kong on an N64 because he's a stupid prick. He's a window licking stupid nigga.
What?
What? Fat ugly white.
Hey.
Oh, that nigga spin. I like that. I like that.
This is actually so embarrassing.
This is terrible.
So
This is actually
embarrassing.
terrible. Like, I need to stress to everybody, and maybe I'm getting this wrong. Myron is not a black man. Myron
you
is
know
not a
what?
black man. He is African because he's people from Sudan live in Africa, but he's not black.
But let's say he was. it's still not right what he's doing.
It's not right.
And I'm just surprised that he's not being cancelled, or people are not, telling him about himself for this.
Look, I don't know where I sit on the whole cancellation thing. I don't know if I want him to get cancelled, but
It's not about that, but it's just that it's kind of as almost as if a blind eye's been turned to it and no one really cares that he's done this.
Oh no, people care. People are upset about this. There's a lot of people that have been turned off by, even like one of my friends. He was a proper red pill guy. He was into like the whole like manosphere thing, and he saw this and he was like, "Nah, man, this ain't it." Because the other thing is that you take the racism part out of it. His whole message is like being stoic and being like keeping your shit together and holding frame. This is the most childish,
Far from it, yeah.
outlandish, out of pocket shit I ever seen. This is one of the most out of pocket. All the girls that he insults, this is by far worse than anything I've seen them do.
Yeah, and it's like he wants to talk all this talk, and people might look up to him and take his advice and want to be like him and this, that and the other. And it's like, this is the guy that you're taking advice from, or that you look up to, or that you want to be like.
This could have just been settled in a fight. They could have put on some gloves and had an actual sanctioned boxing match. They don't have to take it to the streets so nobody gets seriously injured. Have it in the middle of the ring. Have your beef. And the thing is, when they originally challenged Preach and Abba to a fight, Preach accepted. I don't know if Abba did, but I know Preach said his exact words is, "I'm going to take one bitch and then I'm going to take the other bitch." And at that time, they sort of just backed down. But now Myron is saying that he wants to fight both of them. I don't even know where this is going.
So maybe this is a publicity stunt to build up for a fight, and they can all make money from it.
I really hope to go, because that would throw Abba and Preach's credibility under the bus as well. I don't think it's that. I just think Myron lost his shit and he didn't know how to handle it properly, and he turned into
Maybe
a child.
they hit a nerve. They triggered him.
Oh, 100%.
Video that
We
we
got these
responded
niggas
to.
running like it's an employment line.
What the
What? Don't do that. I will find you, you fucking stinky looking piece of shit. You go fucking fat right here. I don't like you already. Never ever compare that Myron dude to them fucking Jews, you motherfucker.
Whoa.
Is this a character?
This is not
I was born
representative.
this way, you chick. Keep going, chick. Come on.
No, I don't think they do. So
You know why Sneaker said whoa? It's one thing to be like saying these things to black people and it's completely unacceptable. But you say something to Jewish people, they'll take all your shit down. That's a surefire way to lose your YouTube channel.
You damn right there, high value man. They save more lives than your monkey asses have. What the fuck you niggas doing? Y'all sitting there in that tight ass film. I'm sitting next to a fucking monkey with dreads for a decade. You niggas to do now, but see, ooh, you same shitty fucking camera for a damn decade. Same shitty road mic right there that looks like a penis forever. You guys have not proved nothing, and you fucking niggas, millionaires, not invested back in the business, get called out by a fucking KKK member out of Tennessee. You motherfuckers are losers. I'm roasting y'all right now. Continue on, Ching.
yes,
Okay.
Pause. That nigga sound like he got a 39 IQ. Holy shit. I don't know how this guy preaches take it seriously. Like, this nigga is fucking stupid. Say Albanian yesterday, he said something about, shut the fuck up, you fucking you stupid nigga. Not showing the women that y'all are with not one time. Last time I checked, that Myron nigga got like 3 or 4 girlfriends, okay? And they're friends with each other.
or they would hurt our fan base. But if you're secure in who you are,
No, your
and
fan
your
base is a bunch of low IQ feminists that can't take it when you get fit. What does he do? He actually gets fresh and, most importantly, fit. That fresh fit nigga helping everybody get in goddamn shape.
This guy is totally unhinged.
What do you mean?
Here
What
we
do you
go.
mean I'm
You still
unhinged?
call me the N-word, watch.
You are a nigga. Okay, yeah, we do like 10 sets of cross burnings. And here's the thing, I'm going to continue to roast them. They're going to sit there and say, I'm okay, let's fucking go. 10 toes down. I will roast you motherfuckers until the end. You fucking homos got nothing else.
I just don't understand how anyone can defend this.
This is so bad. This is actually really bad.
This is that shit that you like talk about in private, and even then your friends will be like, hey man, calm down.
Yeah.
But he's putting it on the internet. Myron is somebody that owns properties, he runs businesses, he has a successful YouTube channel. It's like he wants to like throw away everything he's worked for. He must know that being on the internet and doing these sort of things is there's gonna be backlash for this. It might not come now, it might not come in a month or a year's time, But this is never going to go away.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Like, he doesn't say the wrong thing to the wrong person.
He's
He
already
lives in
said,
America as well.
yeah, he said every wrong thing on the internet. Like you've crossed every single line.
And what people need to remember is what you put on the internet, it never goes.
Yeah, literally.
It never goes. That video will be there now and can potentially haunt him for the rest of his life, because you know what? Even if he removes it or everyone else removes it, so many people have recorded this themselves.
Yeah, we got it.
We've got it now.
It's ridiculous. How stupid do you have to be? I get that Abba and Preach are winding you up. I get it. But to say this shit on the internet is crazy. This is one of those things that leaks that nobody was meant to see. You just put it out there. And Sneaker's just sitting there letting him say it. What happened to holding people accountable? Isn't that the whole like Fresh and Fit shtick? But you know, he's saying that he's roasting them, but this is just childish. Like there's nothing that he's saying.
Roasting, yeah.
When he started off his stream originally and they were like pulling up receipts and all this, I was like, okay, well, I mean, I don't really think they've really got much here, but at least they're trying something. But this is childish. You're acting like children. Like I can't imagine Abba and Preach saw this and thought, oh man, they got me. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. This is the complete opposite of everything they preach.
Yeah, I think I caught a little. That was a little hardcore. It was a little hardcore even for me.
I'm glad you didn't show up in a white hood, Nick. That would have optics, you know?
I was going to do the
Is that Poe?
That's Poe, and that's Nick Fuentes. What have we said about Nick Fuentes? The guy that you don't have on your podcast, right? The nationalist, the racist. At the very least, if you're going to have him on to debate him, know what you're talking about. They've just got him on there for chit-chat now. After going on a racist tirade against Preach. A man from Sudan, I don't know what Sneeko is. Zerka's Albanian, apparently. And then you've got, I don't even know what the hell Pearl's doing there.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised to see her there, to be honest with you.
I'm a little bit surprised because I'm like, okay, I get everyone thinks that she's a grifter, but like, why would you grift your way into this? This is a train wreck.
MAGA hat, but it wouldn't go as hard as the white hood. So
Nick, your followers are going to Myron now. You got competition.
that's true. Both of you guys are. It's like I'm being outdone. I thought I went pretty hard in November,
You
and
got
it's like
Myron leading the dissident right now.
yeah, it's a couple of the Albanian and a black guy gonna out.
It goes to show how things have changed, because I remember when Dave Chappelle did the Clayton Bigsby shit back in the day, it was fucking hilarious. But nowadays you do that shit, they're like, oh my God. Just goes to show how pussified we've become.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby is a character created by a very successful comedian. And because it was on the Dave Chappelle show, we knew that he was doing a bit. I'm not so sure that I believe Myron is entirely doing a bit, because we've seen him speaking about black women before, how he doesn't dabble in the dark. We've seen him make disparaging remarks before, and now this is all coming out. Myron and Dave Chappelle do not exist in the same realm. Dave Chappelle can go on stage and say all manner of things, but because he's a world-renowned comedian, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of truth to what he says in some things, but if he does a skit like Clayton Bigsby, I'm not really going to take anything from it other than he's just taking the piss. This is not the same thing. You ain't Dave Chappelle. You're not in the same ballpark, and it's not the same context. You went after two men that you don't like and used racism as the vehicle to get you there.
Yeah, that shows a big sign of weakness as well, because it's like you had nothing actually valuable to say towards anything, that you just, let's say me and you got into a really heated debate, yeah, instead of you like making me feel dumb for us talking about, you go, oh, but you're ugly.
Yeah.
Why are you talking
It's
about,
childish.
do you know what I'm saying? Why are you calling me ugly when we're talking about, you know,
Yeah.
Harry Potter? I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. What they've done is crazy and childish. They just made themselves look stupid.
After looking at that Donkey Kong photo, I can conclude that he's also a monkey.
Okay. All right.
Like, bro, I'm ready to end them. Like, they want to go here and say, you're a Myron. Cool. The fucking Arab guy that's also black, that literally, like, I hit so many different check marks for the KKK. Y'all want to call me cool, you fuck.
Now,
let's fucking do it.
Hey, guys, when we speak, everyone raise
No,
your hand.
no,
Raise
no,
your
no,
hand.
no, no, no.
Raise your hand.
No,
when you speak.
no.
So we take turns.
No, Nick, no, not you.
No, kidding.
What
I can't do it. Yeah.
What the fuck are you?
I heard that some of y'all were raising the salute, so I decided to come back.
Let's go. Poor Sneeko. Pearl rolls out. Oh, come on.
Pearl's going off camera because she's laughing, and she knows she shouldn't be seen laughing.
I think Pearl's the only one with any common sense here. Like, she probably didn't know this was going on. I imagine she probably just got a call.
There is no common sense. She's laughing. She's seen him come up with the KKK thing, and she's laughing.
It looks to me like she's awkward smiling. Like, you know, when you see your friends doing something and your brain's not computing what's going on.
To me, that looks like she actually finds it funny, and she does not want anything to happen to her career, so she's trying to remove herself from the situation. Rewind it back a little bit. Watch as soon as he pops up with the white thing. She looks genuinely laughing.
I saw her smiling, but I think it's one of the, you know, some people awkward smile.
I don't think that's an awkward one. It doesn't look awkward at all. Sneeko on the first Fresh and Fit one looked awkward laughing. That to me looked like she genuinely found that funny.
Maybe she didn't. She doesn't want to be seen laughing at this sort of like humor.
That's why she's walking out of the camera.
It's just crazy. Like, I mean, Myron is claiming to be doing the Dave Chappelle character, whatever. But why is Nick Fuentes there? Like, he is a known. Everyone knows that he is a white supremacist. Everyone knows he's open about it. Why is he on the call? Myron's whole thing here is that he's going to roast Abba and preach, but all he's doing is damage to his own brand. There must be people watching this that was into the Fresh and Fit podcast that are like, what is going on? This is...
I hope so.
No!
We're down. Let's go.
No.
Let's go. We're down for whatever.
Let's do it.
About the black dating app called Black. Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It is, but that's what's interesting about it is because like Fresh is going to see everything that he's saying, and is he just going to be okay with Myron talking like that?
Of course he is, because Myron is his meal ticket. You think that Fresh and Fit podcast runs about Myron? Fresh just ad-libs everything Myron says. He adds a little bit to it, but most of the time he's just repeating what Myron says. Literally, sometimes he's actually just repeating what Myron said, whilst Myron's doing it as well, which I find so funny. He's not going to challenge Myron. Myron is his meal ticket. Myron is Fresh and Fit. Fresh is just there for the ride. People don't even really hate Fresh. He's a clown.
I've never really heard him speak, except for that one. Was it him who said to that girl about cutting her wrists or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever heard him speak.
And everyone on the podcast was like, it's good that he just keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah. I think we're the first ones really calling them out at this point. They've been lying to y'all for years, and they're dumb fans in the back. Oh, fresh and fraud. Yo, Prince is like it looks like a monkey.
You should see him build momentum. What the
Yo, every time this thing, I got a problem with you.
Imagine them.
Nigga looks like a monkey.
Preacher's over there looking like McGilligrill and Donkey Kong having the baby.
Like, what's going on? Prince like uses his hand.
Look
No, reach, stop, reach, listen to me.
That these dudes have been talking shit for years. And I think the thing is that they've been kind of coasting on is you got to fight fire with fire.
And we're going to be nice guys. We're going to toss your salad, Abba.
Bro, no.
We got some accessories here. Okay. I got some apples and peaches here, as y'all can see. Okay. Some grapefruit.
Yeah.
Then we also
Apples
got
and peaches.
some milk as well.
Have you seen how Reach goes clubbing? He clubs the bitch over there like a fucking caveman. Yo, Reach, I don't even believe in this theory, but you gotta evolve. Whoa. You gotta evolve, bro. No. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm half black.
Wow, man. Welcome to Fresh and Fit, Yo, we don't give a fuck.
This is crazy to me, man. This is crazy. And you hear how he said I'm not racist at the end of it.
That's what every racist person says.
I love how Myron goes, welcome to Fresh and Fit, but we don't give a fuck. I'm just like, so you don't exercise accountability, basically, even though you scream at these girls about accountability, but you don't give a fuck.
He's a hypocrite.
Of course he is. He is a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck what any of his loyal followers say. This is ridiculous. There's like I said, we've said it 100 times. There's things that Myron says that we agree with. But his messages, be stoic, be this, that, and the other. Abin Preachers isn't. Say what you want about them, but they haven't been out there saying, "Oh, we add value to this, we add value to that." That's Fresh and Fit's whole shtick. And then what? He turns into a 5-year-old pretending to be a gorilla, like pretending to be Preach or something. And then you got the idiot Fresh opposite him, co-signing everything, not saying, "Yo, calm down, bro."
Yeah.
Like, this ain't it. But again, he's not going to because that's his meal ticket.
Yo, Rich, you look at it.
In the islands, we say Bonabati man. Straight.
Do you boo boo? Do you boo boo? Oh yeah. I fucking preach. I wear lip windows for fun. I'm a fucking retard. Let me talk shit on the internet. I'll free you. I got a problem with you.
Yo, that nigga call me Goofy? Look at you, bro. You're Goofy.
Gay. Any man that can boogie is a homosexual.
Bro, you are a fucking home. Nigga puts on the song, Lady Gaga. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. These niggas are roasting me. Gonna be okay. What the fuck is going on? Welcome. Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's chewing his Ethernet. Hey, Rich.
This is some of the most bizarre shit I've ever seen in my life. I never thought I'd see Myron behaving like this.
Yeah.
Like, you say what you want about him. I didn't see this coming. This is completely left field. This is some of the most childish, unmanly shit I've ever seen. People that talk about masculinity all the time. What am I watching right now? This is beyond absurd. All of their credibility, as far as I'm concerned, went in the toilet when I saw this. 2 other guys have gotten on your nerves. Fine. They've made bare hit pieces on you. I get it. But this is how you respond. This ain't 10 toes down, bro. This is not it. You just look stupid. There's not really too many ways to put it. You look stupid. You look like you had nothing of substance to say. And so you start behaving like a child. You know, like when you're having an argument with somebody that's stupid, and instead of them having a proper rebuttal, they repeat what you say. And you say, you're like, "What did you say?" And they're like, "What did you say?" Say it again. That's what I'm watching here. That's I feel like I'm in year 4 again.
Yo, Reach, you're overdosing on the warrior gene, bro.
Fat ugly white. I need to dance. I need to get the.
That's in my language too, actually.
See, you need to put on a seatbelt.
Stop, Reach. I could KO you, but don't fucking throw that spear. These are disgusting animals. That's why they look like animals. These guys are fucking animals, bro. Dude, he fucking runs with all 4s like a fucking animal.
This shit's crazy. You know, like, if they did this at like a party behind closed doors, it's still wrong, but you know, when people get together, sometimes they say some crazy shit behind closed doors. But these imbeciles turned on their cameras and they were like, "You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna go
put it on the
internet. Most absolute, most vile, racist tirade possible against people that we associate with every day, black people." And I've said it again. I looked it up a couple of times because I really wanted to make sure I wasn't wrong about this. Myron is not a black man. Myron is not a black man. People from Sudan are not black, or at least on Myron's side, they're Arabs, or they're like Arabs. They're not black. So him behaving like this, and it's not okay if a black man was doing this as well, but this is even worse. I've always thought that as well. I've always wondered why Myron got such a pass from the black community for saying a lot of the things he did. Myron's not a black man. He might have been born in Africa, but that doesn't make you black.
Then he makes this accusation right here.
My other boys. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's burning desire?
But he doesn't show y'all the entire conversation of her talking shit for hours on hours on hours on hours to me, then I respond. I'm just being honest and stand by. I'm not collaborating with you unless we fuck. Why do I say that?
So what I didn't understand about this, right, is that I'll give you the context of this. A girl reached out to collab with Myron. Myron essentially said to her, I'm not going to collab with you unless we sleep together. So that would have been his deal. She rejected it. Myron said, cool, we're not collabing. But the fact that you would even say that to someone, can you imagine if like one of our friends wants to come on the podcast and our requirement was that we both have to bang it? That shit's crazy. Like,
he thinks he's like the top of the top. Like,
a man that's at top of the top wouldn't ask a woman that wants to do a collaboration with you on YouTube for sex.
No, but like it is quite common within the industry for, say, women to sleep their way to the top. It's different. Myron's not that. He's not that man.
Well,
the woman's not trying to get to the top. She's just trying to collab.
I mean, in the red pill space, I guess he is the guy.
If she's asking to collab, more than likely he's just going to embarrass her on camera anyway. So it's not like he's going to help boost her career that makes it worth sleeping with him.
This was a couple years ago as well, so she probably didn't know what he was like. But I didn't really understand that interaction because that didn't make Myron look good. That when he was playing it back, it didn't make any sense to me because I was like, but you're still asking her for sex for a collaboration. Do you know how pathetic that is?
Like, you can't just get it elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as if you're in Miami and you're rich as well.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of girls that would sleep with him just because of who he is. He doesn't need to be...
Yeah, and I'm sure he does get loads of girls. But the fact that you have to ask a girl for sex in order for you to do it, just say yes or no. It's just, I mean, you can ask a girl that if you want, but it's just fucking weird.
I think that comes from him feeling like he's got control and proving a point of what women are like. So it doesn't help when situations like that happen because his brain just stays thinking the way that it does.
They threw their credibility out the window. I mean, personally for me, there was already too many things on the Fresh and Fit podcast that I just couldn't get behind. I remember I started watching Fresh and Fit when they had about 66,000 subscribers. So I was there in quite like the early days watching them on the come up. And I've always said that, like, I've always been subscribed to their podcast because I did feel like sometimes the conversations were quite interesting. The back and forth were interesting. After this whole deal, I unsubscribed to them. And I know that no one cares because they've got millions of subscribers. But I was like, do you know what? I think that's enough for me. Like, a lot of their talking points for me are bogus. And when under correct scrutiny with the right questions, some of them are quite easy to pull apart. Like, I've given Myron his credit before. I've said that he looks like the kind of guy that really rides for his friends, which is proven with him still not throwing MLD under the bus, even though he deserves it, Mr. Endure. But I'm sorry, I just can't fuck with his podcast. I know nobody cares, whatever. People are still going to watch it. But this shit is crazy to me. Being that racist to another black man is crazy to me. And Fresh just co-signed, watching this guy opposite him. And even Zerka just say crazy shit. They didn't win this in any way. And if they continue doing this, it's just an L. They're just making themselves look dumb. And then on top of that, they're just giving they're lining Abra and Preach's pockets, right? Because every time Abra and Preach do a reaction video to Fresh and Fit, it gets like 1 million views. So I'm sure Abra and Preach are just chomping at the bit for you to continue opening your mouth saying stupid shit. People need to learn to hold people accountable, especially when you're in the crowd that talks about accountability all the time. I mean, they went as far as to do this. Yeah, I took a screenshot of this because I was pretty sure they were going to delete it. They changed their banner to Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. They put Donkey Kong next to Preach's face, and they wrote in the description, "Welcome to Fresh and Fit, the #1 monkey handler podcast in the world. We provide the truth to chimps, orangutans, and apes."
It's so childish and pathetic.
Honestly, if
that's extremes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Look, you know me. I enjoy dark humor, but there's lines to things. And when your whole message is being stoic and exercising accountability and holding frame, make excuses for this bullshit. Please, by all means, go ahead. I'd love to have the conversation with people still defending this nonsense. Anything you want to add?
No.
Let us know what you think in the comment section.
You're going to get all Myron's fans coming for you now.
I'll let them come, man.